Bonjour. Merci pour la pièce.
Non, je vous en prie.
Nou, dat is mee hoor. Can we take a picture? Camera, please. Thank you.
¿No es cierto? ¿Estás haciendo toda la casa?
No ahora. Dentro de poco voy a cambiar cosas aquí y hacer aperturas.
Ok. Se viva más afuera.
Perdón.
Merci. Merci. Merci.
An Islamic country with a unique history and a population of around 36 million people.
Dit waren dagenlang de enige beelden van koning Mohammed VI na de dodelijke aardbeving van vrijdagnacht. Een crisisvergadering met zijn ministers en generaals, maar geen toespraak, geen bezoek aan de getroffen gebieden. Vandaag in de late namiddag kwam hij dan toch buiten en bezocht hij een ziekenhuis in Marrakesh. Maar waarom duurde het zo lang voor de koning buiten kwam?
Je ziet ook dat in het algemeen de afgelopen 20 jaar, tijdens zijn regeringsperiode, hij geen spontane monarch is. Dat hij nooit spontaan interviews geeft, ook zich niet spontaan mengt bij dit soort gelegenheden. Het heeft er te maken met de persoon als zodanig.
Paulo de Mas kent Marokko door en door en ook de figuur van koning Mohammed VI volgt hij al decennia lang.
Ik heb hem nog als kleine jongen gezien waar hij op een grote troon zat, waar hij naast zijn vader Hassan II naar een militaire parade keek, samen met zijn broer, in kleine militaire uniformpjes. Dat was mijn eerste blik op de jonge koning en ik heb hem altijd gevolgd.
Kroonprins Mohammed hier naast zijn vader, koning Hassan II. Hij zou zijn vader opvolgen bij diens dood in 1999.
Een koets brengt de koning naar de Al-Fes-moskee voor het traditionele vrijdaggebed. Religie is voor de koning van groot belang. Mohammed VI dankt immers een groot deel van zijn macht aan de islam, als verre afstammeling van de profeet Mohammed.
Als persoon is hij duidelijk een hele andere als zijn vader, veel meer hervormingsgezind. En zeker in het begin heeft hij opening geboden aan de Marokkaanse samenleving en de politiek. Je zou kunnen zeggen, toen hij aantrad in 1999, begon de Marokkaanse lente, een frisse lentegeur. De sfeer in de bevolking was heel goed. Hè. Je verwachtte een openheid, niet meer de jaren van lood van zijn vader. Hij heeft hervormingen in gang gezet. Maar gaandeweg zie je dus dat, hoewel hij als persoon duidelijk anders is dan zijn vader, in de uitoefening van de macht van de koning uiteindelijk in het tweede decennium meer de trekken van zijn vader heeft gekregen. Het regime begint wat meer te lijken van een autocratisch regime. Ik leg altijd mijn studenten uit dat het Marokkaanse koningschap op 4 pijlers, 4 kolommen is gebaseerd. De 4 K's, zoals ik het noem. De kroon. Hij is constitutioneel monarch. De knoet. De knuppel, hij is legerleider, hoofd van de politie. Hij is ook, beheerst ook de kassa, de knip, economisch leven. En de belangrijkste stut onder zijn regime is de Koran. Hij is ook hoogste religieuze leider.
Het is lang niet de eerste keer dat de aarde beeft in Marokko.
Deze beelden uit Agadir spreken voor zichzelf.
Bij de grote aardbeving in Agadir in 1960, de hele stad verwoest, 15.000 doden, zie je dat de toenmalige koning, zijn grootvader en zijn vader Hassan waren na 2 of 3 dagen, 2 dagen ter plekke, liepen rond in het puin en gaven dus uiting aan de bevolking dat de natie, dat de staat ook zeg maar oog had voor hun noden.
Ook in 2004 was er een zware aardbeving in Al-Hoceima, meer dan 600 doden. Toen was koning Mohammed al aan de macht.
Al-Hoceima zie je dat de huidige koning pas na 3 dagen verscheen in het gebied.
En vandaag kwam de koning dan ook ter plekke, na 4 dagen. Wat betekent dat voor zijn populariteit?
Het zal niet direct consequenties hebben over de persoon van de koning, maar het is weer een kras op het blazoen. Hij is natuurlijk wel het enige alternatief, laten we wel wezen. Je kunt veel zeggen over de koning, maar er is op dit moment geen alternatief in Marokko, en dat weten de Marokkanen ook, die rol van nationale figuur zou kunnen overnemen. Dus wat dat betreft, Marokko kijkt ook naar de rest van de Arabische wereld en telt zijn zegeningen. Zijn relatieve zegeningen.
Morocco is an African Islamic country with a unique history and a population of around 36 million people.
The King of Morocco, Mohammed VI, has a surprisingly large fortune of about $9 billion. So how does a king drop that kind of cash? The official residence of the King of Morocco is called Dar al-Makhzen. It's a palace, a church, a seat of power, and a tourist attraction all rolled into one. By today's standards, this palace would cost tens of millions to build. They just don't make classic palaces like they used to. This building has a lot of history, and you really see that in the design. It has a simplistic old-timey look to it with a royal green and gold color scheme. That vibe continues inside when you see huge arcing hallways that probably echo. Then there are fountains, gardens, and places of pure peace. The property is also a notable spiritual center as well as political. It features a small mosque primarily for the king or other heads of state to continue their worship close by. Kings of Morocco have lived in this palace for well over a century. The building was constructed way back in 1864 by Mohammed IV. It was then put under French control in 1912, where the home was made the official base of operation for the leader of Morocco in order to keep the power contained to one place. Then it just stuck and is still the seat of power today. Of course, that might have something to do with those gardens. You can get your own tour of this place with a private guide and driver for just over $40. Small price to pay for seeing such a piece of history. The king's all-time favorite car is his Aston Martin DB7. This car is worth upwards of $151,800. It's also got a top speed of 212 miles per hour and an acceleration time of 3.2 seconds. Knowing the vehicles of world leaders like I do, there's no doubt that this car has thousands of dollars of upgrades as well. I'm talking about bulletproofing, secret exits, and emergency supplies tucked away. James Bond would be so proud. What's really ridiculous are the lengths the king will go just to get some repairs done on his favorite car. He literally flew this baby all the way to the United Kingdom so that it could be serviced by the best of the best. He actually took quite a bit of heat for just how he got it there. Evidently, he used the country's Hercules turboprop military transport unit to take the car to the UK. These babies cost $14 million, and it can cost upwards of $7,000 an hour for it to fly. I'm not sure what his emotional attachment to this particular car is, but clearly it goes deep. In the 21st century, you're legally not allowed to call yourself a king if you don't have a yacht. Probably. As you might suspect, the King of Morocco sails around on one of the most elegant sailing yachts I've ever seen, one that is worth over $100 million. Initially, this prized beauty was called Sybaris, but once the king scored it for himself, he renamed it the Badis I. It's an elegant 230-foot ship capable of hitting 17 knots, with enough cabins for 12 guests and 11 crewmen. More than that, though, it is a gorgeous, one-of-a-kind work of art. Its dark color scheme, sharp lines, and modern aesthetic all combine into something truly unique. This look continues inside with lush rooms of dark, comfortable furniture, modern art on the walls, and perhaps the best lit bedroom I've ever seen. It has a lot of the basic yacht amenities too, just with the style turned up to 11. That includes a deck area begging for you to have a cocktail, a luscious lounge area, and a private gym. Okay, well, the gym doesn't really look all that elegant, but when did they ever? This yacht caused something of a stir once it was shown off to the public. In fact, it may very well be the crown jewel of his personal possessions. It was designed by the one and only Philippe Briand, along with interior work done by Miami's PH Designs. At the 2017 World Super Yacht Awards, basically the Yacht Oscars, they managed to score Sailing Yacht of the Year and another win for the category for Sailing Yacht 40 meters and above. While that $100 million price tag on this beauty is pretty hefty, it's actually just a drop in the bucket for a ship like this. The annual running cost for this masterpiece is around $10 million. Seeing as he's had this ship since 2018, we know that it's already cost him around $40 million, nearly half what he paid for it. I mean, I guess I understand. How do you part with the two-time Oscar winner of yachts? Naturally, you can't expect a king to fly around with normal people. Getting to skip security and baggage claim is probably one of the best perks about kingly life. The King of Morocco purchased a royal-worthy Boeing 737 BBJ. This is not some tiny cigarette-looking private plane either. It's a big aircraft that is capable of holding over 63 seats. That's because it's basically the same as a standard commercial 737, but transformed for the private market. They took a great deal of the seats. A typical Boeing 737 holds around 189. Then they traded them out for some comfy, cozy couches, dim, nap-worthy lighting, and a bedroom that looks nicer than many 5-star accommodations that I've seen. Instead of those little bitty TVs they force on the rest of us, the king has his own flat screen. Hopefully he's at least watched Casablanca once on that baby. Considering it's the most famous movie set in Morocco, hopefully it's a favorite of his as well. It's also got more than enough power, capable of hitting 473 knots or 500 miles per hour. As you might expect, the price is pretty wild. They can go for upwards of $71 million. While this is a drop in the bucket compared to many of the most expensive private planes in the world, Air Force One and its $660 million budget come to mind, it is still on the expensive side. For instance, you can snatch a private plane for under $10 million, so the king definitely went big. Of course, you wouldn't expect him to find a bargain private plane. It seems like being a head of state is like 60% running a country and 40% basically being a royal Kardashian. Parties, events, and gossip lead the lives of the Moroccan king and his entire family. Perhaps the biggest event the Moroccan king has to deal with is Throne Day. This is the celebration of the ascension of Mohammed V to the throne. That, of course, meant the king was on deck for speeches, official dinners, and more. It's never been easy to be the main event. This kind of lifestyle is just as much a part of his children's lives as well. For instance, his daughter has become quite the socialite, she has been spotted at Paris Fashion Week, the launch for her Open Ever magazine, and a party for the New York Times. Being spotted at these popular international events is not only great because they each cost